They came from the east. There was frost on their tail feathers and patches of ice on their wings. Their white heads blazed bright in the moonlight. Eagles were not at all like owls. They were not silent flyers. In their wake, they left contrails of ice crystals and whirlpools of snowflakes aroused by their powerful wings, as if they carried their own weather with them. When they alighted, folding their great wings, there was a sudden brace of buffeting gusts. Edme noted with awe that the span of their wings was twice the length of a wolf, from the tip of its tail to the tip of its nose. "They're coming! The wind has shifted. It's strong behind them. They're closing the distance," shrilled the larger of the eagles. Out of the corner of her eye, Edme caught another blur of feathers. It was Gwyneth landing. Eagles had been rare in the beyond, and they spoke with a Houlian burr that was hard for Faolan and Edme to understand. But why had they come here to them, these huge, majestic birds? The creatures of the brigade were almost too astonished to speak. Finally, Faolan found his tongue. What are you saying?" Faolan had taken a step closer. "Who's coming?" "The yellow wolf," replied the smaller eagle. "Heap!" Gwyneth staggered to her feet after her bumpy landing. She looked utterly exhausted. Faolan and Edme exchanged glances. Had Gwyneth flown out and seen Heap, then found these eagles? The wind stopped, and a pocket of silence enveloped them. But if one listened carefully, the brush of snowflakes could be heard against the feathers of these immense birds. Gwyneth continued, "I went out tonight to scout easterly from this ridge. I found Elon and Zanouche." She nodded toward the eagles. "Friends of mine from Silvervale." "And you say Heap is on our trail?" Edme asked. She seemed almost afraid to address the eagles directly. Although the owls of the Houlian world had a long history with eagles, there had rarely been any exchanges between wolves and eagles in the beyond except for the most tragic sort. Eagles were predators and had been known to pick off malcod pups when they had been abandoned on tomb fraws. This was natural, and as it should be, according to the wolf codes. However, these two eagles were standing before a wolf brigade that had 3 malcods, Faolan, Edme, and the Whistler. It was only by the grace of Lupus that they had not become fodder for these monarchs of the sky. It was an unnerving situation, to say the least. But the eagles were here to warn them of another danger. Heap. "Yes, we've been shadowing them for a few days," Zanouche replied. "They are not as organized as you. Heap is a poor leader, but he inspires with false promises. The way has been hard for them, but the wind has now shifted. It's behind them, and they are making good progress. Some of the ridges that you have encountered have been scraped down by this new wind." Elon interrupted. "They are bad wolves, we know. When the famine struck, we went far beyond our home nest in Ambala to hunt. We saw these wolves and their routes. You do not need them in this new place you are going." "Not at all." Zanouche nodded her head. "Savages, all of them." "And you?" Faolan asked tentatively. "You came from Ambala?" "What was Ambala is gone," Zanouche said. "The immense nest of our ancestors has fallen. It had been there hundreds of years. There is nothing to go back for. The few owls and eagles left decided to cross the sea of vastness to the 6th kingdom." She paused, then sniffed. "To each